Hi everyone. So I wanted to make this video to honestly talk about what it was like studying computer science in college. And I'll walk through each year of college, talking about classes I took, experiences I had, how I spent my time, things that challenged me, and also what I took away from all of it. If you're thinking of studying computer science or already in it, I hope this gives you some perspective. Anyways, let's get right into it. I did my computer science degree at UC Berkeley. When I started, computer science was under the College of Letters and Science, so I came in undeclared. In order to declare computer science, I needed to take 61A, 61B, and 70. But on top of all of that, I needed to maintain a 3.3 GPA in those three classes. I know that computer science at UC Berkeley, it was pretty rough, so I had backup plans in case it didn't work out. But I stuck with it, and this is how it went. Alright, let's start off with year 1. And during my first semester, I felt like I was not ready to take 61A, so I took CS10, which is a nice introduction to computer science class for non-majors. This was a class that I eventually became an academic intern for. After taking CS10, then I took 61A. I'll have to admit, 61A is pretty tough, but I definitely learned a lot from the course, and it's one of the best intro CS courses. A fun fact, actually, it's not even fun, but this was the class that accused me of cheating, and it was just not a great experience. But it's all good because it was resolved. So 61A teaches 3 programming languages: Python, Scheme, and SQL. But during my semester, SQL was not taught. During this time it was kind of challenging because it was still COVID. Classes were in person, but we had to wear masks, so it felt a bit weird. But outside of academics, I was consistently streaming on Twitch. Looking back at year 1, I took the time to figure things out. And people usually declared the computer science major in 1 year. But I took 2 years because I felt like there's no need to rush. I just needed to go at my own pace, and that's all that matters. On to year 2. So during year 2, I took 61B, which is the most important course in the CS curriculum, and I spent a lot of time studying for this class. That semester was pretty crazy because our midterm averages was like 55 and 49%. And on top of all of that, there was a UC strike at the end of the semester, so our final was online. After 61B, I took 70. Going into 70, I'm just like, I cannot survive this class without help. And you're probably wondering, how did I get help? So I enrolled in CSM, which is a student-led small group tutoring organization that helps reinforce concepts. The first half, which is discrete math, the professor was so bad at teaching, I basically had to self-teach discrete math. For the second half, probability theory. I don't know why I thought like, oh my gosh, probability is really hard. But the other professor that taught probability, so much easier than I had expected. And I actually enjoyed the probability section of 70 more than discrete math. After 70 and meeting the GPA requirements, I was able to declare computer science. It felt like a huge milestone, and I could see the finish line clearer. In the summer, I took Data 100, which was my first upper division course. I felt like Data 100, the concepts were pretty interesting and useful. Remember how I said 61A did not teach SQL during my semester? Finally, Data 100, I learned SQL. So during this time, I started to feel more comfortable in the major. Also, outside of academics, I was still streaming consistently on Twitch. 2 more years to go, on to year 3. So year 3, I took a mix of classes, and I'll start off with 169A. And this was the course that I eventually became a TA for. So that class had a final project, and one of the people I was working with was a foreign exchange student from China. So we actually collaborated in Mandarin, which was a unique experience. I also took 61C, and I actually did like the content from that course, but Oh my gosh, the workload was way too much. And for 61C projects, I worked with a partner. I also took 186, and that somewhat had heavy projects, but I got through them with a partner. During the semester when I took 186, the lectures were asynchronous. After going to discussion sections and exam prep discussions, I still did not really understand the concepts from 186. I know this class is not a CS class, but this counted towards my CS degree, and that was Data 101. So Data 101, the projects were great, and it's also my first exposure to MongoDB, which ended up being my favorite database. During that summer, the market was tough, so I took classes instead. So I took 161. The course load, it was pretty light. The concepts were also pretty useful, especially for projects. So this was the year when I finally started doing projects with a group or a partner. Finally applying what I've learned to build things with other people. And I wasn't going to class anymore. I was collaborating. And during that time, I really started to feel like I was a part of the computer science major. Finally, the last year. So classes I took 188. The exams, they were brutal. But projects, they were easy. I didn't spend too much time on this course because I was a TA for 169 during that semester. I also took 184, which I honestly think is one of the most underrated courses at Berkeley. And this is more project based, and at the end we had a final project, and our group project, it was really rewarding. I also took 160, and honestly I didn't even show up to lectures. My mindset was do the work and pass. During this year, I joined a club and worked with a team to build an app for a client. We had weekly meetings and had client interactions, and that actually gave me the real world experience that I was missing from an internship. I also got to TA where I built confidence, leadership, and share my knowledge to others. And this was when I truly felt a part of the CS community. I wasn't just surviving anymore. I was contributing. And I know people are gonna be like, wait, you didn't take 170? And in short, it was just bad timing. After finishing my undergrad in computer science, I didn't land an internship or get a job offer. And that can happen, especially when the market is tough. If you're facing something similar, you're not alone. And people take all kinds of paths after graduation. People get jobs, go to grad school, other people build their own things, or take time off. CS is hard, and that's okay. I took my time, I struggled, I made mistakes, but I built cool things, joined a club, became a TA, and grew way more than I thought I would, technically and personally. Socially and academically, it took a while to feel like I belong, but I got there. I learned to think critically, solve problems, and build real projects that work. I also learned that taking your time and going slow is okay. Your value isn't tied to how fast you check off milestones or fit into an expected timeline. If you're a computer science student or thinking of becoming one, don't worry if your journey is not like others. Just keep learning, stay curious, and take care of yourself along the way. And that is all for this video. Leave a like and subscribe. If you want personalized computer science or college advice, or just a chill place to chat, join my Discord server. Link in the description. Thanks for watching.